Recently, I've seen some very interesting videos popping up on YouTube surrounding a topic I'm invested in, a topic I'll be calling Minecraft server theory. These other videos all attempt to solve a problem that has plagued me for years. How do I make Minecraft as fun as it used to be? And just like these other videos, I have some plans on how to do that. But first, let's address the title and why I said such things. Nether Star Backed Securities are useless to me and probably you. Not because I don't think they're a good system, they are, but this little bit in the middle?
The downside of this NSF system is its dependence on late game items. The server will need to temporarily depend on a commodity, such as diamonds. Then the central bank needs to produce enough NSF currency for an initial buy-in period.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. On a hermitcraft level server, I think this could work, but on the average server, tell me the last time you had even a few stacks of nether stars, much less a shulker box full. And legitimizing the currency with government programs is always fun for the first few days, but most servers aren't filled with people who have a vested interest in producing the best possible Minecraft experience for an exterior viewing audience. Most servers are filled with screaming banshees that are itching for a way to burn the system down, or maybe I'm just telling on the people I choose to surround myself with. But really, my group and I have tried for years to get a legitimate currency going, and hyperinflation has never been the issue. Establishing incentives worth utilizing the currency for, levying taxes consistently, getting people to partake in programs that pay them with those taxes, and general attendance are always the biggest problems. So, I know you're wondering, if Nether Star Backed Securities aren't the answer for the average Minecraft casual group, what is? Let's move away from financial theory for a second. Pinecone LP mentioned the hierarchy of needs in his video series on making servers fun again, which got me thinking. First, I don't think a player's hierarchy of needs is entirely one-to-one within Minecraft. And second, I'm not sure theirs matters as much as the server's hierarchy of needs. I won't go into the entire hierarchy of needs for a server in this, we'll just focus on the bottom. What is at the bottom of a server's hierarchy of needs? At the very bottom, similar to ours, you have physiological needs. The server's isn't food and water like ours though, instead it's stuff like electricity, hardware, and software. But the next tier is what matters, population. You can have a server without people in it, but it's not really going to reach its potential, and due to servers lacking any sense of intelligence, it's incapable of changing this predicament. Thus, humans and Minecraft servers have an obligate commensal relationship. We can live without Minecraft servers, but a Minecraft server can't live without us. Now, within a Minecraft server, just as in real life, humans have a facultative relationship with each other, which means humans benefit from having other humans on the Minecraft server, and thus you get this weird web of relationship between servers and humans. I believe this web is the crux that Pinecone LP, myself, and probably many others are trying to solve. So let's start on my actual list of fixes. If you disagree with any of them, immediately put Y in the comments so I can tell you why you're wrong. Once again, Pinecone LP has touched on this change, but I don't think he took it far enough. That change being borders. Now in his video on the topic, he talks about how a border forces players to interact, which is ultimately good for the server. So in 2 of our past servers, we have implemented a world border to try and get some of that Xbox magic back. And it does work. However, part of Minecraft's draw is the infinite world that you can explore, and this cuts that down. Because here's the thing. It's not the border that makes players interact, it's proximity. Players living near each other is the key. The border forces them to do that, but comes with the cost of inhibiting exploration. Well, that's an easy fix, right? Just occasionally take down the border so players can explore, right? I wish! See, we've tried that, and once again, it was an improvement, but that also comes with issues. The main issue being /world border is a hard border. If you're outside the border when it goes back up, you're cooked. And not only are you cooked, so is your gear. It's either despawning or stuck way out there until the next border downtime, both of which force a player to make this decision. Am I waiting to go get my stuff back, making all new stuff, or quitting the server? In my experience, you never want someone asking this question. So, first fix, I'm implementing a friendly border on our server. Think of it like a rubber band. You can go out of it, but it'll pull you right back in. Now I'm going for a very tight rubber band. but the border will never kill you outright. That's not the most important piece though. The most important bit is that players can lower the border for a cost, which brings us back to the economic side, aka point number 2. Welcome back, finance, you dirty dog, you. With a cost comes the need for a method of paying the cost. And spoiler alert, it's not Nether Star Backed Securities. It's also not diamonds. The border solves many problems, but it also introduces some issues. For one, it makes certain resources that would normally be infinite, less infinite. Diamonds, for example, there are only so many in the bordered area, and I will be going with an 800 by 800 sized area in the beginning, which is quite small. So you have to use a renewable resource as the cost to open the border, lest you risk soft locking the players in. So, once again, I must throw my chips in with Pinecone LP, because my server will also be utilizing wheat. Now, hear me out. I've already told you that hyperinflation has never been a problem on our servers, but I do foresee a future where wheat could change that. So the wheat will be used to bring down the wall, but each time this occurs, the price to do so will go up. But that doesn't really solve it, which is why I will be implementing some fixes, both hard and soft. First off, the hard changes. Now, I saw in the comments of the wheat video that some are opposed to changes to the base game, like changing the wheat's growth properties. I get the hesitancy, but I think it reveals one's inexperience in tackling server theory based issues. In an ideal world, hermitcraft, no changes would need to be made to vanilla Minecraft to maintain a server's second tier of needs. But if you look at the top natural servers, you'll see that most, if not all of them, are not vanilla. Some may as well be modded, and that's because Minecraft wasn't really created to solve these issues. But it does give you tools with which to solve them to your own specifications. So, withhold your disdain and guffaws as I tweak the config files of the server. In my server, bone meal doesn't work on wheat. If someone happens to get an excess of bone meal going, they could topple the economy. No longer. And we're slowing its growth rate a smidge. We might change more later, depends on how warfaring the server is. More on that later. Next, for the soft change. Automation of wheat farming is illegal. In the Nether Star Backed Securities video, KCJ mentions there should be a trade-off between player work and money. I wholeheartedly agree, which is why automation of wheat farming is illegal. But notice that sentence there. It doesn't say that automation is somehow made non-functional through a config file. No, it's illegal. Doing so and getting caught will result in punishment, but not of the banhammer flavor. And bringing an illegal wheat farm to the attention of the law can be done anonymously and will result in a reward. Do you see what's happening here? For those that don't know, people conspiring together increases their feelings of connection toward each other. So I will be facilitating that possibility within the server. But there's also the chance of betrayal. Your wheat farm could be turned in at any time, and that person will get big rewards. The server then takes on a social balancing act. Do you ally with others to do illegal things? Or do you pretend to do so and hope they don't find out that you turned them in? Now, in a lot of servers, if someone finds out you betrayed them, you could be safe from revenge. You could sit in the no PvP zone or in your claimed castle and wave at those that hate you like a detached Wall Street mogul. Let me introduce you to fix number 3. PvP, stealing, and griefing are allowed. This one's simple. If you can't meaningfully interact with other players or their stuff, you're basically playing solo but with ghosts, like a time trial in Mario Kart. If you don't have to choose to trust a player, then connecting to them doesn't matter. Making enemies has no downside. Now it has huge downsides. But because the server is going to be online at all hours of the day, we don't want to turn Minecraft into a Rust server. If you don't know why, go ask a Rust player. JK, you can't because they're perpetually on Rust preventing offline raids. Hopefully the scaling price to lower the wall will encourage cooperation, the potential of which was discussed here, but if it doesn't, we have fix number 4. Uh-oh, he's gonna add another plugin. Shield your eyes. This marks a historical point where I disagree with Pinecone LP. I don't think you can have a fully unprotected server. The desire for revenge can be harsh and total. Coincidentally, the day I was recording this video, he released a video on that very topic. But his issue was with cheaters. His solution is similar, but more limited, though I do like how it integrates the currency. For mine, I'll be going with an edited plugin. Thankfully, I don't have to hand code this one like my border plugin. Remember that question you don't want your players asking? Am I waiting to go get my stuff back, making all new stuff, or quitting the server? Yeah, having their entire chest room torched or beautiful build leveled will cause this question to flood a player's head. Not everyone is built different enough to be sent to the Stone Age and grind back up in order to get their revenge. So, we need a small amount of protection beyond that of an ender chest that players can work towards to secure their hierarchy of needs. Hello, protection stones. Now, normally these protect a very large area. Ours will not. We're going to make diamond blocks double as protection stones with a 3x3x3 radius. That's the word it uses. So for a hefty price, a player will be able to protect their most valuable belongings, but it will be challenging to protect the entirety of a base until later into the game. And these won't protect you from PvP, only griefing and stealing. I have more fixes I'll be implementing and testing, but they're a bit unrelated to the economy and its orbit, so I'll save them for later. In summary, if you have a hermitcraft level server you're running, then Nether Star Backed Securities will be a great choice for it. Otherwise, the in-game economy isn't going to be the main issue you need to surmount.